Welcome to this lecture on Introduction to Linguistics. Linguistics is the scientific study of language, its structure, meaning, and use. In this lecture, we will explore what linguistics is, its main branches, and why it is important in understanding human communication. What is linguistics? Linguistics is the scientific study of human language. Unlike simply knowing how to speak a language, linguistics investigates language in a systematic way. Its sounds, words, sentences, and meaning. This differentiates a person who understands 4 or 3 languages from a linguist. A linguist may have the ability and the capacity to analyze more than one language, but wholly speaking a language. It asks questions like how do humans produce and understand speech? How is language structured? How does language vary across community? Now we have examples in English where when we string the S to cat, which is singular, then the plural will be cats. This also applies to other languages like Japanese. We have the Yoruba, we have the Fulfulde, and so on. In this short video, we are going to brief everything. In our next section, we take it step by step. The scope of linguistics. The scope of linguistics is broad, very, very broad. It covers theoretical linguistics. When we say theoretical linguistics, they study the rules and structure that govern language. That's where we're talking about the phonetics, talking about the syntax, talking about the semantics, talking about the phonology. And we also have applied linguistics. This is when we make use of linguistics knowledge to solve real-world problems like translation. We have language teaching, we have teaching therapy, we even have AI and natural language processing, even machine learning. And we have also interdisciplinary linguistics. This interdisciplinary linguistics is when we link language with psychology, sociology, anthropology, and even culinary culture, which is called culinary linguistics. Now, branches of linguistics. Linguistics is divided into several branches. Start with phonetics. Phonetics is also is a branch of linguistics that scientifically study the speech sound. Also, phonology would deal with the pattern of sound in a language, and morphology, word formation. Syntax is the sentence structure, while semantics deals with the meaning of words and sentences. Pragmatics is the meaning in the context, while sociology is a language in society. Psycholinguistics, how language is processed in the brain. All these branches will be discussed in our later lecture. If you look at the example there, the boy kicked the ball. The S-vowel order with that of the Japanese is different, but they make use of the same grammatical terms. The theta word used is the same, but the arrangement is different. So this is what we are talking about in linguistics, to analyze, to make all languages as one. That is why we said linguistics is a scientific study of a language, not languages, because a linguist said all languages are as one, but different expression. You know, in some languages, there are politeness when it comes to breathing, and they mark either tone. One of the language in Nigeria where we said "e" is for the header person and the "he" also is plural. It marks plurality where we said "e karo," which means good morning. The moment you have "he karo," then you are referring to either person or many person. Now, in English, that is different. Good morning is good morning. So, in this aspect, we are talking about the pragmatics, the context of the meaning. Now, in the aspect of phonetics, also, there are some words, there are some sounds rather, in some languages that are different from the sounds we have in the English speech alphabet. The importance of linguistics. Linguistics is important because it helps us understand how human communicates. It helps us how to understand how human communicates, how we understand each other. It's not about spoken English. It's not about spoken language. It's not about spoken Japanese. It's not about spoken Swahili. It's all about communication. The deaf, the sign language is also part of scales of communication. Now, it also helps us to preserve endangered languages. There are many languages today that are no more. They are dead. But with the help of linguistics, we are able to keep all this alive. Because language is breathing. Language also has life. It can die. It dies. Now, it also improves language teaching translation. It contributes to technology. Now, as we all know today in the modern age we are now, language contributes enough to technology. Like Siri, we have the Google Translator, we have the Chat GPT, and we have the Grok. Many that we may use, and everything has to do with you are communicating with your Siri, you are communicating with your Chat GPT. It depends on what you instruct, then what you have. So the importance and the useful of linguistics. As we all know that AI, Google Translate use computational linguistics. In the health aspect, we have the speech therapy, uses phonetics and phonology. And when it comes to the society, in the aspect of social linguistics, explain why Nigerians could switch between English and Yoruba or Hausa or Igbo or Swahili or Sango or Hacking. And in summary, linguistics is the scientific study of language. It covers multiple branches that deal with sound, structure, meaning, and use. Its application cuts across education, society, and technology. This makes linguistics not just an academic subject, but a tool of solving real-life problems. In our next section, we start from the branches of linguistics, one after the other. I'm sure you won't like to miss it. So do this, subscribe, and let's make it. Thank you.